Hello everybody, welcome to the Homestuck Q&A. My name is Eli Mansfield. I am a production coordinator with Spindle Horse, and I'm super excited to be here with Skye.
Yes, hi everyone, I'm Skye Henwood. You may remember me from the panel where we announced Homestuck. I'm the director on the Homestuck pilot.
And she's doing such an amazing job, and we have a bunch of amazing questions sent in by you guys here that Skye is gonna answer for us. Are you ready to get started, Skye?
Hell yeah. Let's do it, crack knuckles. Let's go.
Okay, groovy. So the first one we've got, hey, to be nice. The first one we've got is from Instagram, from Hannah M. Gibbs. They're asking, 11 minutes isn't very long. If the series does continue, would they be standard episode length, and might the pilot be reworked to be a proper first episode?
Yeah, I'm aware that 11 minutes is really short, but when we do go to series, my hopes would be to extend the time or parent it with another episode. We haven't really clarified, but I feel like 11 minutes is all we need. 11 minutes what we got, it's all we need. I feel like you guys are going to get a taste of it, and we want to leave you wanting more so we can actually get to that series.
Amazing. Okay, next up is from A. Jakins on YouTube. Did Andrew Hussie give you guys permission to make this animated adaptation?
No, we're just making it. Yes. Yes, he did. He actually came and approached Spindle Horse first. He goes, you make cartoons? And we're like, yeah. And then he's like, do you think Homestuck would make a good cartoon? And I was like, yes. please. When you have dream IPs that you're like, oh my god, I wish one day I think literally it was actually really coincidental. It was a couple months before it was is there any IPs anyone is interested in just asking us of what our favorite stuff was basically. And I was like, probably just Homestuck. And then a month later it was hey Skye, Andrew Hussie's on the phone. Yes, Andrew gave us permission. He's also the biggest, sweetest man ever. So thank you for letting us make it, Andrew. Andrew Hussie's actually in our production chats, and he watches over everything, and he has his say on everything. He's welcome to chime in. He does chime in. It's been fun, and Andrew is really sweet and really nice. I couldn't ask for a better team of, Viv is very sweet and very nice, and then Andrew's very sweet and very nice. I'm in the middle, kicking my little feet, do you like it? I drew John. Look, I drew John.
He's so cute. All right, next we've got from Viridian Friday from Instagram asking, will Homestuck be a musical?
Was the comic a musical? No, so it won't be a musical now. Definitely not. We actually said that to Hussie because Hussie was like, I know you guys are, he doesn't sound like that, but that's super mean. But he's like, I know you guys are used to doing musicals and stuff, but I don't want it to be a musical. And we were like, yeah, I figured, because the comic isn't really that vibe. We wouldn't add that. It's hard to do, so why add it?
Make it more difficult for yourself.
Yeah, let's make it harder, I think.
Next we have from Untilly. Also, sorry if I'm saying these usernames wrong. I most definitely am. Untilly, also from Instagram, asking, how will you animate the Flash animations?
Well, we're currently not there, but all I can say is that if we got this series, we got the whole thing, god, do I want to go off on those Flash animations. I know you're probably talking about more the interactive ones, but I think I would just focus on making the visuals so bowler and cool that you wouldn't miss the interactivity that comes with some of them. But then if you're just talking about the sound ones, they're gonna be bowler. I have so many ideas to just cool poses and stuff. I'm really excited. Not even just imagining it gets me hyped, so I'm
I can't wait to see them.
I know, ascend.
Mm-hmm. Cascade.
What
also.
are we gonna do?
They're gonna be so good.
Answer, they're gonna be epic, so
don't worry. Next up is from Fandom Score from Instagram. Will the Homestuck characters actually get to interact with the Helluva Boss characters?
Not currently. The idea of the merch collaboration, because I assume that's what you're talking about, was just for fun. In fact, it was the very first pitched thing. It was when we come out with the pilot announcement, let's have Helluva and Homestuck together and just show how the two IPs work together and that we're friendly and we like each other, and it's going, hey, Helluva fans, Homestuck exists, and hey, Homestuck, Helluva exists, it's just more for fun. So currently, no.
And next we have from Mel's Puppies 8282 on Instagram asking if the Dancestors will make an appearance.
I was on the floor guys, we're at Act 1. No offense to your question, but it's we have 11 minutes. I don't think we're getting that far.
11 minutes, full Dancester backstories.
Yes, yeah. We actually deleted Act 1, and it's just the Dancestors now. We thought, John who? You don't need that. Whatever. No, and I don't clip that out of context. No, not currently. We're trying to stay as true to the comic as we can.
Next we have from the Big Bonk Theory on Instagram. How do you guys
good name?
How do you guys plan to handle the copyrighted content that was featured in the comic? I've already seen some of it was changed or taken out, like the posters, but what about big key pieces like Con Air or any of the actors mentioned in the series? Very excited to see a show for my childhood comic.
Oh, that's nice. This is something that I immediately knew would be a struggle. In the pilot, you've seen the posters, they're blurred. Some of them, I will say, are less blurred, just that's coming up. But we're gonna skirt the line of parody law as hard as we can. The plan is just, I know you're allowed to mention actors, but depicting actors and depicting movies is where it gets hard because, they own that design. They own that company, that's their company. Even if you just are playing it straight, mentioning companies or movies and stuff, it very much skirts the line of you better be making fun of it. So I think we're pretty set because, we all know Con Air is the best movie ever made. So that's where the struggle comes in, how am I supposed to make fun of this? But no, we tend to skirt that line. I don't want to take anything away from Homestuck fans. There are so many funny memes. There's so many iconic moments. And, again, being a Homestuck fan myself, things that I did back in the day that I would never want to lose. So we're going to try our damn hardest to stick as close as we can.
Amazing. Also, don't disrespect Con Air. My mom genuinely loves that film. So
I said it was the best film ever. What do you want?
I was very sincere. I could tell.
I was being sincere. I was. Right, I swear.
Right. Next up, we have from Literally No One Important on Instagram asking, is the show still set in 2009?
Yes. It is set the same as the comic. But I will flag that, there are some changes. They're already out, but you see, John has a little phone. But we tried to keep the phone period accurate as well. So it's period, the old days of 2009, So John has a little flip phone. It's really cute.
They're
but
so cute.
That was added for yeah, I know. It was added for convenience, for storytelling, but we're keeping it as close as we can to 2009. With the modern updates we needed to help with storytelling and, turn it into a cartoon.
Amazing. Next, we have from Billy_art on Instagram asking, are you planning on sticking to the story of the comic or changing some things?
I will say there is some new stuff, but there's a lot of old stuff, but the dream would, my dream of this whole thing, the reason I jumped on it so hard was that, back in the day, you couldn't tell your friends, you tell your friends, hey, get into Homestuck. Here's this comic I'm reading. It's awesome. And then they look at the page count and, they go, oh boy, I can't do that. And then you're you have to believe. But that's the whole point of this pilot, the whole dream of this pilot is to just make Homestuck more accessible for an audience. I just want to translate it into cartoons so people can sit down and watch, say we got 7 seasons, you sit down and I'm going to watch season 1 of Homestuck today. Because everyone says it's cool. And that would be the dream. It's just more digestible, and that was the idea. So yeah, I want to stick to it pretty close to the comic, But that being said, Hussie likes to add stuff, and we want to make it good for both sides. So yay!
I love that. I'm so excited. Next is from Tiago Slauk, and that's gotta be right, on YouTube, asking, are you guys planning on adapting the entire comic?
That would be my dream. We know it would be a lot of seasons, a lot of work, a lot of good animation work too going around if we got the green light as well. But the idea would be to do it all. That would be awesome. I don't plan on stopping until I'm out of money, so so I hope we get greenlit for the series, and then
yeah. Okay, next is from Christian Byrne TK5MO on YouTube. If the pilot is successful and y'all decide to continue the series, how long do y'all think the show is going to be? How long do you want it to be?
Well, you kind of just answered the part of that, but how long do I want it to be? Forever, baby? Nah. I think whatever's needed, honestly. I think it would just take sitting down with Hussie and going through the comic, and writers' rooms that usually vague out how long things will take. So it'd be like, say we got 10 episodes, we would go, okay, what can we fit into those 10 episodes reasonably without compromising? Then that would be the pitch. It would be like, all right, we went through the whole series, we need 20 seasons, but obviously that's unrealistic. We would try and condense it down. I was thinking 7 seasons. 7 seasons in a movie, 5 seasons minimum would be nice. This is dream world. I just really don't want to rush it. I really would want to take my time with it and make sure that it's everything everyone wants, that everyone's favorite character is around, and that we're not ignoring it on purpose, where we would make it exactly what we need it to be, and even just be like, this character is still there, by the way, it's huge. I don't know. Again, too long, didn't read. It's huge. I don't
know. Okay, next from Azira573 on YouTube, asking, what was it like bringing Toby Fox onto the team, and did he accept quickly?
So Hussie came to us and he went, hey, you make cartoons. Do you want to make a Homestuck cartoon? And I was like, fuck yes, please. And he's like, oh, also Toby Fox, he's already on it and he wants to help however he can. So your answer is Toby was already with Hussie, obviously, they're friends. So he was like, yeah, I'll help make a Homestuck cartoon. So we didn't have to ask him. He was kind of already on it.
So he accepted very quickly.
So I guess you could say instantly. Before I even accepted, he was already there. He was like, I was already here, bitch. Day one. Toby's day one,
He was behind you the whole time. Next question is from Chromaticana on YouTube. Has it been difficult making dialogue work in a world where the characters communicate almost exclusively through online text chat?
Well, no, because, text chat is dialogue, so it's just kind of interpreting those dialogues into how you would talk to someone. But we still keep some of the lingo and stuff like that. If a character was gonna say Lamau, I would still have them cringily say Lamau. I think it's cuter we're keeping the spirit of those text logs in everything. But I think it would be cute because now you can put the scenes up and then look at the text dialogue box that was in the original comic, and then you can see how we interpreted it. I think it's really cute that they're and I encourage people that when it's out to look for those 1-for-1s, because we the original pilot script was just literally the comic. We just put the comic into the script program Final Draft, and I was like, all right, what do we want to update? That was how it went. So it's very true to the comic, the dialogue wise, and we just made it more funny, or more just tee-hee. So helpful answers, more funny and more tee-hee. Very good.
That's what they're here for. That's exactly the answer they're looking for, I'm sure.
That's what they're looking for, yeah.
Okay, next is from Bram Cracker on YouTube, asking if we'll get a glimpse of the Midnight Crew.
Well, I'm pretty sure John has a poster of them on his wall. So, yes, that poster will be there. And I won't say anything else.
All right, next is from...
It's just a gasp, Eli.
I'm sorry, I missed my cue.
Yeah, there we go. And we got it, and we're done.
Deepest apologies. Okay, next is from McLovin2630 on YouTube. Is Andrew Hussie actually gonna play himself? Honestly, I can totally see him trolling all of us, pun 100% intended, by not playing his own self-insert.
I can't say who plays Andrew Hussie. That's strict NDA. There's just, I just, no comment, no photos.
No photos. Please, paparazzi.
Please, paparazzi, stop. No. I'm sorry, McLovin2630.
Yeah. Next up we have from Tony, oh no, 3364 on YouTube. Is Dad going to be as handsome as he was in the original? He got me all bothered and hot back then, and I hope to feel the same with the animation.
Yes, can confirm Dad is still a stud, like 100% stud. Every shot, we were like, how can we make sure that he looks handsome for a Tony no 3364? Like, we were thinking of you, Tony.
And it worked.
This one goes out to Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, next is from Eden Riling 8736 on YouTube. Will there be any jokes poking fun at things that have made the fandom notorious? Phrasing this in a very safe way on purpose.
Well, in the pilot, I think the pilot we're just pitching, so we're trying to pretty much handle like Act 1 stuff, in it. But, again, if we kept going, anytime we can make fun of the fandom, we have to. And in fact, in the pilot, originally, we had a joke poking fun of the fandom a little bit. Yeah, not fun of the fandom, like fun of the fandom stuff. But, for time it got cut. But yes, the intention will be to reference, I know what you guys are talking about. Some disturbing things have happened in the Homestuck fandom that we do not speak right now. But yes, like, they are on my mind constantly of like, how can I put this in?
Next is from Brian Stanley 3255 on YouTube. Will the music be all original, or will we be hearing reused and or rearranged tracks from the vast Homestuck OST?
Yeah, so we have some original tracks coming, obviously, but we are planning to use as many from the Homestuck OST as we can. So the plan would be, we just have to go and collect the Homestuck OST, clearly, because there's so many great songs by various artists, so it'll just depend on which ones we can manage to grab. And also, we have a great compositor, so I'm not too worried about it. I think it sounds amazing. Like, the music really makes it. But yes, to answer your question, as many as we can, yep. And then we do have original tracks as well, so a mix.
Next, we have from Figure Makes Edits Alt on YouTube asking, what will the age rating be on Homestuck?
Whatever the comics rating was, like M, I guess, question mark. Like, what do you think, Eli? M?
M for mature. Probably.
It's like graphic violence, I guess, and like swearing.
It's like
cartoon
violence. The swear. I guess I don't know the rating system well enough.
Yeah, we'll have to ask the guy that puts the G and the M and the PG on it. Ask him. But yes, it'll be whatever the rating the comic is.
Next from Liam Daly, JD1KC on YouTube. I've never heard of Homestuck before the announcement of the pilot, so my question is, how will you adapt Homestuck to please both new fans like myself and old fans?
I answered that a little bit before, but yes, I think it's more like we're sticking as close as we can to the comic, but we are adding new scenes to like appease both. So it's like old fans they're not just seeing the same crap again. They're not going like, oh, I've seen this. Like I could just read Act 1 again. It's kind of like, hey, there's like a new thing. Like I should watch it. It's like to incentivize old fans to watch. And then for new fans, I think it's more just like making it accessible, It's like you can just click and open Homestuck and then watch it and go, okay, I kind of get it. Like, like that, like comprehending it, bringing it to new fans. And also, like, it is for old fans as well. Like, there's now voice actors, it's like there's all this new stuff for old fans, but then new fans get to love the voice actors as well. And like, that kind of thing. Like everyone gets a little bit of something, I feel. Like new fans, you can actually watch it and you don't have to like read the comic. And then old fans, it's like you can read the comic and then you get like all this new stuff, new content, 2 cakes, It's your favorite thing is your comic is now a show as well. So you got 2 cakes.
Amazing. Next is from the Wizzo-03Z on YouTube. Do you plan on tying in aspects of dubiously canon material like the epilogues, Hive Swap, Beyond Canon, Pester Quest, etc.?
Currently, no. We are just adaptating the main comic, Homestuck, that was on MSP.com. So just that one. Currently.
Next is from X Dusk Ashes Real on YouTube, asking what is Vivzie's actual role in the creation of the series? Please clarify this so people can stop bickering over it.
She is EP, so she greenlit it. She, is putting her resources towards it. Sure, she looks at it. She's watched all the animatics. She watches all the clips I send her and stuff. But, that's mostly it. And she'll point out if she doesn't understand something, but, it doesn't mean we change it. She just is happy. I'm happy, basically, is the vibe I got. Like, she's a very sweet boss. So she's kind of just giving it to me and Hussie and going, go make your thing. Go make your weird, wonderful thing that you like. Yeah, she's kind of just watching it and thumb-upping me from the side. She's like my little cheerleader. I did actually get a statement from her for this question as well. She says, her involvement is 0, so don't worry, you're allowed to like it. And she put a thumb-up emoji. No, she's just been a real sweetheart about the whole process. Viv has given us the opportunity to have it as a cartoon now, and that's it. She's just given this great thing to us all, or to me. I feel like I really appreciate it. And I remember Eli, when Hussie was like, hey, Viv, do you want to make a cartoon? Yeah. And then I leant over to you guys. I remember we were at a bar and I was like, guys, we might be doing Homestuck. and then Viv was just like, oh, you guys like it? Okay, we'll make it. In the sense that she was like, you guys love this. You're passionate, you really care. And, she just, yeah. Mm-hmm. Again, I keep repeating myself, but I couldn't ask for a greater deal on it. She has been nothing but lovely the whole time.
Yay, that's amazing.
I know, we're so lucky. Me running around like, I'm so lucky.
I do remember that at the bar, though, because I remember it was you, me, Reagan, and Murray, I think just the 4 of us.
And you guys were just probably. Jaw to the floor.
And we haven't stopped talking about it since, so.
Yes, and now look at it. Look what we've done.
Hey, who would have thought? Next up, we have from Rose Multiverse on YouTube asking, do you plan on dropping more Homestuck merch with the release of the pilot?
Yes, and it will all be solar Homestuck merch, obviously, because it's for the pilot. So we have a merch drop dropping on the day of the pilot, and we will have a later merch drop after the pilot with some more premium items. We putting a bit more love into them, making sure that they're coming out really cool, so you guys get the best quality stuff all the time. But yes, and I'm actually really excited for what's coming out in the next drop. So yeah, I can't say. I'm just so glad to have Homestuck merch. I know there currently is, but I'm more I remember back in the day when because I was way back in the day, I would wait by What Pumpkin and be refreshing, are they gonna make scale mates one day? I hope they make them. And then they did, and I bought them all. But yes, I'm very excited to have the merch come out with the pilot, and everyone's been really cool to make that happen as well. So thanks everyone, yay!
Okay, next up we have from Jacob Benson 3440 on YouTube. For me, part of what made Homestuck so magical was how it used the medium to communicate. The original site's format allowed it to be interactive in a unique way that made engaging with it fun. Are you planning on changing things to better suit the different medium? And if so, what sort of changes are you making to better play to animation's strength? TLDR, will it be fun to watch in the same way it was fun to read?
I sure hope it is. I think it's fun. I kind of stated before, but yes, again, you just said, we're going to more what makes cartoons good, we're more tilting it that way. I understand we do lose a bit of interactivity, especially in interactive games and stuff like that they had. But again, I feel the way we're handling it is more we're going for wild visuals, we're turning moments into very cool visuals, just so it's just as fun to watch, and almost what you imagined, if you're because I mean, some of the animated stuff in the original comic is bars, it's so good, and those moments with that music is trapped in your head, and it's all I want to do is make those moments and that music even bigger and better, and just more wild and breathtaking. I just really want it to wow people and just be wow, that was crazy. Was that part of the comic? Wow, they really did it justice. So you lose a bit of the interactivity, but it's more it's gonna look sick. Now you can just watch it and be damn, yes, that was cool.
I'm so excited to watch it. It's gonna be so good.
I'm excited for everyone to see it.
Our very last question is from Vivlinus on Instagram, and their question is, Sharpie bath?
Yes. Every Tuesday, dude. How do you think I keep my skin this gray? Like, gray and pale and dead. God, it was like, we had a similar question earlier, but like all the like memes that came out of the fandom, I'm just so excited. I actually didn't say it before, but in the original one, you know, John walks past his bathroom and he does like some shenanigans in there. You don't know how tempted I was to make like a bathtub in there full of Sharpies or something. You know, like I was like, there's a bathtub. Do I add the Sharpies? Like, you know, like sweating. But then I wanted to stick true to what we had. But there's no saying there won't be a Sharpie bath in future stuff.
The Sharpie bath is always in our hearts and our minds.
I'm sure everyone's gonna go crazy about Sharpie baths and like buckets and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, convention halls. I'm sorry for the great. Oh, that's it. Oh my God, Eli, we have to end it with like, always seal your paint, guys. Always seal your paint. So important. Hairspray if you have to spray it in your eyes.
Makeup has come so far, you guys. You can set your paint.
Yeah, no more smudging at conventions, okay? No more ruining stalls. Like, let's be good. Let's behave.
Be kind. Be kind and courteous to the hotels.
It's not the dark ages anymore. We don't have to like Sharpie bath, and we don't have to like. I don't even know what I did. It's like the cheap paint. Like it's like face paint instead of body paint.
I knew somebody who used acrylic paint on their skin.
Okay, but. You remember my Dave Sprite cosplay?
Yes, was that acrylic paint?
That's acrylic paint. I am literally drenched head to toe in acrylic paint in my wig and my face. No more, guys. We don't have to suffer anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all the questions we have.
Great ending. I think we'll take a moment to plug our merch, guys. If you go to stylishoccult.com, I think it's /Homestuck. Hang on, let me look at it. I'm going to do this again.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, Jacob.
Jacob, I'm sorry.
Jacob cameo here.
Yeah, little Jacob cameo. Jacob, say whatever you like. Say hi.
Say hi, Jacob. Okay, no, it's just, okay. If you go to stylishoccult.com, you'll see currently we have our collaboration of, the Homestuck and Helluva merch. But if you're not interested in that merch, we do have the solo keychains of the Beta Kids available as well if you want to. All right, Jacob, put the products up as I say this. Ready? We got Dave. We got Rose. We got Jade. We got John. We got Carcat. There you go. And maybe one day we'll have dad merch at that one user that's obsessed with dad.
Yes.
Dadfucker69.
That was the username. Yeah. Tony Ono. Tony Ono.
That's it. Tony Ono. There will be dad merch. And thank you guys for sticking around for our Q&A. And I hope you enjoy the pilot coming very, very, very soon.
Yay! Thank you so much. Skye, you want to beatbox a little bit just to get us out?
Okay. Is it picking up on the mic?
Not really.
Okay. Well, there you go. Bye!
Bye, everyone!